Hello, I just want to say hello to the people on the live stream. If you can let me know in comments whether you can see this clearly and whether you can hear me on the mic clearly. And we'll be getting started in about 3 to 5 minutes, I guess.
Well, I got 3 thumbs up, so I assume that's good. 4 thumbs up, all right.
And Giselle, thank you for your comment. That humming noise is just the white noise coming from the speaker where the mic is placed, but ideally it shouldn't be that bad when people are talking. If people are not talking, you're probably going to hear that. And also, we're going to re-edit this and put out a very nice version of it later on, but this is just for those of you who need immediate gratification.
MSPF Photo Slam after all the scores have been counted. Okay? All right, so let's start and let me show the first slide. You guys see now? Okay. So you can look at it and then we're probably gonna vary the order of who starts first. Huh? We want to keep them on because we want to for the recording. Is that too bad? Do you think? Yeah. Let's see how it goes. All right, we're gonna start from this side with Gulnara, and then we're gonna go the other way. Gulnara, you wanna?
Use the microphone.
The microphone, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
No comment.
No, I actually appreciate that that there's a similarities between the legs and the pavement. You know, the spots and everything. I wish it would be more kind of centered, maybe more space on the top, so it balances from the top to the bottom. Yeah, just a little bit more from the top, and I think that would make a better composition. What do you think?
Okay, so Nico.
Yeah, I think that the only interesting thing here is the texture. The rest, for me, it's not interesting.
Okay.
Just the texture, you know what you said before, but it's not enough, I think.
Yeah, I might have cropped it a little tighter. I do appreciate the compliment.
Put the microphone, Matt.
What?
Yeah.
Am I on?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is on. Okay, sorry. I agree with her. The pavement and the legs, there's a similarity. I also can appreciate the person maybe not wanting their face photographed if they had the same discoloration on their face, because I knew a police officer who had that and definitely did not want to be photographed. So, closer. All right. So yeah, I think there's a little more interest in the top half of the image than the bottom half. Maybe I would have cropped it differently. I'm a proponent of cropping. I have no problem with cropping images if the end result is better. So it works, but it could have been photographed a little better, I think.
Okay. All right, so let's show your scores. You can raise them in the air so we can, so we have a 2 from Nico, okay, starting strong on the slam. It's called Photo Slam for a reason. And 3 from Matt, so you got those, huh? 2, 2, and 3. So this photo comes to us from Andrea Sire from Italy. All right, let's go to the next one.
This is for the competition here?
No, this is separate, it's just a live, yeah. It's an educational component of the, so, no, we're gonna reverse the order. Matt's gonna start first.
Okay, it's a busy image. The color is quite nice. Basically, I just focus on the one man slightly off center to the right. The rest of it doesn't jump out at me, but it's certainly a busy, very busy photograph. Now I'm looking at it, I see the Asian woman to the left of center, but the rest of it's just a kaleidoscope of different colors and shapes. And it's not bad, it's just, I think it might have been better if someone had stood out a little bit more, but nonetheless, it's an interesting jamboree of colors and shapes.
Okay, Nico?
Many photographs are not easy to remember them. So what we need to remember probably is something that attracts our attention. And that element that attracts our attention has to be, in a way, important, you know? So in this picture, the whole thing, it's not bad. I mean, all these colors and all these different, but the central face of this man there is not so interesting to remember it. So I'm afraid that after a little, I'm going to forget about that.
Okay, Gulnar?
I appreciate the patterns of orange in the faces. I think it's very interesting. I see what photographers saw. The top a little bit too bright for me because my eyes immediately goes to the top right and the center. So I would probably burn it a lot from the top. And I'm also a big favor of cropping. That man on the right wearing a white t-shirt is also distracting. He's looking down. To me, he's not very interesting, so just probably what I do usually at home when I work on my pictures, I take the piece of paper exactly this size, and I just go and see if it adds to the picture, and if it doesn't, I just crop it. And I see that it's stronger if I cut that, if I crop that man on the right wearing a white t-shirt out. I think it makes it a stronger picture.
Okay. All right, let's see those scores. Okay, 3, 3, and 3. All right, things are getting better. All right, this picture is from Stuart Patton from Scotland. All right. Next one. And yeah, we're gonna start with Nico.
I like this, and bothers me a little bit the left side. It's a little bit more light there, so I need to guide. If he give a little bit more dark in the left side, it will be more balanced, I think, and drive my eye on the main elements. You know, and the main elements are okay. I mean, the symmetry is not bad, I think. And I think I like it.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. All right, yeah, Gulnar. Yeah.
I agree with Nikos. The right side, you know, either just burn it down a lot because it's much brighter to compare with the rest of the picture. I like the symmetry in a photograph. To me, it's not symmetrical very much. Maybe I would, it's a very interesting scene. I really like it, but I would probably maybe couple steps to the right to really balance the frame. And I see why he shot it maybe from there because it's too bright on the right side. But again, you know, I would just play it with the frame and move my legs left to the right.
Okay, Matt, yeah.
I like the balance between the two kids that are lying backwards. I guess I appreciate the middle guy's leaning a little bit because that makes sense. And there's nothing much else to add about the corner being too light. He could have corrected that very easily in I guess, Photoshop, or if he's printing in the darkroom, it would have been pretty easy to, burn that in, which is, yeah, it is a bit of a distraction. It's not the end of the world, but I think they both made a good point. It does take away a little bit of the impact of the image. So yeah, maybe if he burns it in, it would actually grade higher.
All right, so let's see the scores. Okay, okay, 4, 3, and 4. Sophia, you got that? All right, so this picture is from Yasin Belchev from Bulgaria. So the next one. All right, Matt, yeah, stop, yeah.
Okay, I like the tiny person dead in the center. I'm sure if this print was printed very large, it might even display very well. The little, I can't guess he's jumping or running. It's interesting when a person can be so small and yet still impact the photograph. Obviously, the skyline and the birds. It might look very well if it was printed large. I don't know, but it looks like a nice image.
Okay, Nico. The mic, yeah.
What I like, except the small guy there, it's these two strong colors, left and right, and the big buildings behind. It gives me a kind of nice feeling. The first part of the picture, I mean the front part, and together with that red small thing down there. And of course the birds, they work nice. I think it's a good picture, and a little bit far, this guy. I mean, I prefer something more close to me, as the main subject. So I can't see this boy there as a main subject. I prefer to see the buildings, the yellow, blue, and red and orange building. Yeah.
Okay, Gulnara.
I was going to say it's a really nice travel picture, like when you're traveling and you want to get a sense of landscape where you're traveling, until you mentioned the figure, the person there in the middle, which I didn't notice right away because the birds are visually so much bigger than the person. I might crop it a little bit from the right to make the balance between the orange and the blue, which is a really nice color blocks. I wish there was a little bit more space to the right because the frame cuts right through the orange. When you're cropping the picture or when you're taking the picture, it's really nice to have some of the same space on the left and the right side of the frame.
Yeah.
So that visually the composition is more visually pleasing and balanced.
All right, let's see the scores. Okay, 3, 3, and 3. All right, sounds good. This picture was sent from India by Eben Felix. Is it India, the place? Well, the photographer is from India, but I don't know where the picture was taken. That we don't know. All right, next one. All right, Gulnara? Yeah.
Immediately what I see is that the highlights are completely underexposed. And when there's a very strong light, I would suggest to expose for the highlights because, on the right side, we see the silhouette. So, those details already in the shadow, so it doesn't really matter. But on the left side, it really bothers me that I don't see any highlights. And the details in the black, I mean, it's black. So the exposure needs to be corrected during the shooting. I was thinking it's a little bit tilted, but no, it's not. Yeah.
All right, Nico, yeah.
Yeah, for me it's not so much technical, the whole thing. I think it's missing, what is missing here, I don't like this picture. What is missing, it's a kind of, there is no heart at all there. It's just a game of shadows and lights, and it's not enough for me. I don't like it.
Don't like it. Okay. Yes. All right, Matt. Yes.
I assume it was taken with a digital camera because the highlights are so blocked, and if there's nothing there, you know, if you have nothing in a shadow or if the highlight's completely blocked, there's very little you can do. If it was a negative, I'm not saying it wasn't, but if it was film, a guy could probably work on it for a while in the darkroom and pull out some tone out of the highlights. But if it's digital and it's all white, anything you added would be fake, and it wouldn't be there would be no texture to it. So texture would have helped, but you know, I mean, I think with the correct values, the photo might have been a lot more compelling. But you have total white and then total black, and a little more balance would have been useful. I know it might be wrong. Maybe it's not a digital. If it's not a digital photo, then the person could have played around with it and made it a little bit better, I think.
All right, so let's see the scores. Wow, okay. So, 2, 1, and 2. Oh, okay. Things are getting rough. That picture was sent to us by Makris from Greece. Oh. Yes. Oh. Hey, hey, hey.
Never saw before.
Okay. All right.
It's a
You want to add anything, Nico?
I think the previous picture pretend to be artistic. That's what bothers me more, you know? Pretend to be something important, and it's not.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Things are getting rough. You need some water, Nico? You need water? You need water? You okay?
Water? No. Not for the moment.
All right, next picture. Let's
Maybe
start.
after a little I need an aspirin or something.
An aspirin, yeah. All right, you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Gulara, yeah.
It's a really nice scene, and you know, I like that, you know, little person on the roof. I immediately wanted to just crop it from the right entire building, corner of the building, and now I see the composition so much stronger, and my eye goes into that a woman or a girl immediately. So I think it will benefit from cropping.
No, I think the cropping, in this case, if we crop in the left side, is losing the balance from my point of view. I think it doesn't need to be cropped. Of course, it's a little bit far. I mean, the girl is very small on the frame, but it's balanced, the whole thing. I think it's quite balanced.
Okay, Matt?
Yeah, I like pictures where the person is small but still recognizable. She couldn't have been much smaller and still had been a focal point. And the cropping is a personal taste. If you crop from the left, you also maybe want to crop a little from the bottom to keep the same dimensions. It won't be like equivalent of having a zoom lens. I have no problem with cropping. Some people really are purists and insist on the whole frame, but I think whatever looks best at the end is the best way to go. So I might have actually cropped left and bottom, and it would still have the same dimensions. But you know, it's a nice photograph, and yeah, I like it.
All right, let's see the scores. 3 from Nico, 4 and 3. 3? Okay, perfect. All right, and this picture was from Ova Hammer from Argentina. So, all right, moving on to the next one. All right, let's start with Matt.
Okay, it might be Walmart. Maybe it's not Walmart. The mess is somewhat interesting. I don't like photographing really huge people by themselves because that becomes a focal point. But if I saw her mother and her sister and they were all, say, like 300 pounds, then you see a sort of a trend. So I normally don't photograph a very large person unless maybe a very tiny person appears and there's some sort of context. It's okay. It's not a terrible image. I just don't like to zero in on people that are small, fat midgets. I have a personal aversion to photographing anything that's like a birth defect. I used to have a guy in my corner with thalidomide, with the little flippers coming out of his shoulders, and it bothered me a lot, and I didn't photograph him. I couldn't believe he was on the corner honking, he couldn't speak, and it just really bothered me that the city wasn't taking better care of him. Not that she is a thalidomide victim, but there's still a lot of the focus is on her size, which sort of bothers me a little bit.
Right. Okay, Nico?
I don't know what was the intention of the photographer, but my feeling is that, I mean, what he wants to communicate maybe is that all this stuff down she's going to eat all of them or something like that. So that bothers me. I don't like that. So as a photograph, I'm not interested at all in this kind of photographs.
Okay.
I completely agree with what Matt and Nico said. I also tend to, or I don't photograph. I just like to take pictures of people in a flattering way, especially women. And this photo, to me, is just more like a snapshot than a thoughtful. I don't see like there's a lot of stories in there. Yeah.
All right, let's see the scores. So 1, 1, and 2. Okay, and that picture was from Spiro Bolos from Chicago. So, Spiro Bolos, so probably Greek, I don't know. But it's from Chicago. I'm just making assumptions.
What are you laughing about? You think that because it's Greek, I'm going to vote for? I'm going to do the opposite.
Oh, it's worse. Oh, I see. All right, next one. Nico, yeah, you want to start? Nico?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's a nice atmosphere. I mean, you don't understand exactly what's going on, and I consider this a positive thing. Probably it's a kind of festivity or a festival or a wedding or something, but the plane is out of place, and that is, for me, it's good. I like this kind of surprise in the reality. I like this kind of games that the reality makes sometimes. The red in the left side, it works, I think. And the half guy in the right side, it works too. I think I like it. It's a nice picture. The light is not great, but, you know, I think it's okay. It's not ideal, but it's good.
Okay, Matt?
Yeah, I like the plane too. When I was a kid, I built model rockets, and we used to shoot them up in the air. And sometimes we tried to send them to New Jersey over the Hudson River. I don't know if they ever made it or not, but it's fun. It's fun to do modeling, and the plane is the right size to draw most of the attention. I also like the way it sort of lines up with the curb. There's a decent composition, and the wires. I mean, it's pretty good. Maybe I would have cropped a little off the bottom. I guess the left with the red is good. It depends. But I mean, the central point is obviously the boy in the plane, and I like it because I remember when I loved making model airplanes, even the ones with the rubber band that you tightened up and like made of balsa wood. So I think most children like to make models.
Okay, Gulnara?
Well, for me, this photograph is too busy. I like that the plane, seeing the model is kind of unusual, but I would work the scene probably more. I would maybe get closer and get lower. A lot of photographers forget to use their legs and bend or extend their arms. So I would probably go lower, and so that the plane is against the sky, and play with those, what do you call this, little flags? Yeah, and make it a little bit darker, so it's blue sky and those little flags and the plane and the head. So I would play more with the composition.
All right, so let's see the scores. 3, 3, and 3. All right, and this picture is from Daniel Rosas Guillén from Mexico. Most of them are, sometimes we have people in Islam and they are present in the audience. Anybody in the audience? You have your picture in? Oh, did we already talk about it? Oh, okay, so just so you know. he is here. Not this one, but. All right, this picture, we're gonna start Gulnara.
It's a very interesting picture. I mean, I'm looking at it and my eyes goes around, and I like all this separation between the little scenes. I appreciate it when it happens. I like it. I like this photo.
Okay, Nico?
I think it's a good photo. Starting from the rock over there and go around. The only thing that bothers me heavily is that helmet there. The helmet really bothers me. So
The what, the hen?
the helmet in the left side. So except that, all the rest I think it works very well. I mean, you go from the stone to the couple, and after you go to that hand over there with the green, and to the people behind. I think everything is okay except the helmet. The helmet makes me, I lose the balance of everything.
Yeah, I might agree
Okay,
about
Matt.
I might agree about the helmet, but I like the fact that he didn't get tempted to Photoshop it out of the picture, because these days you can do a lot of that, and maybe if you're really good at Photoshop, you could have removed the helmet. So at least I feel that, he was being honest. I don't like seeing those little people under that giant rock. For some reason, I wouldn't be sitting there, even though I know I know the shade is comfortable, but that thing, it's like, I've maybe seen too many movies, where like, at the end of a movie called Prometheus, that woman is running from this giant thing and it just crushes her like an ant. So I don't know why, but I mean, I don't even like to fly on airplanes. I wouldn't want to be under that giant boulder, but I do like the picture, and I appreciate the fact that he didn't clone the helmet out of the picture, because some people would be tempted to do that.
Yeah.
After we know some famous photographer cloned out people out of his rickshaw, which is really absurd, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah, let's see the scores. 4, 3, and 3. Okay, that might be up there in the top, I think. This picture was sent to us by Shika Sood from India. Yeah, that boulder is bothering me a lot too. I agree, I wouldn't sit down. All right, next. All right, Matt, you want to start? Yeah.
I like this picture. I know that, some people tend to expose their film or their cameras to the highlights so that everything becomes black, but the people are in the right place, and the fish, and the three fish, it's very nice. I think it's a very simple, it could be a postcard. If someone was selling postcards, that would make a very nice postcard. I'm assuming it might be Cuba. I don't know. I've never been to Cuba, but it looks like, from pictures I've seen, it might be. I like it. It's very simple, but it's a good use of colors, composition,
Okay, Nico?
Yeah, I think it's good, but I'm a little bit, we saw so many silhouettes, but the left side, the left computer is better than the right one. So
The color, you mean?
I think
Okay.
the left one is more detail on the low lights. There is no detail at all. So this one I think is better.
Okay,
My computer wins.
it's a new model, so, Gulnara, yeah.
don't know there.
I-
There is too dark, I think. It's like the computer.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
I like successful silhouette. I mean, the people, I like that the silhouette on the right is in the frame, and I like that the people have that V, when they're walking. I think it's very successful to have the V. And also, I like that there's a balance between the left and the right frame. It's the same amount of space between the blue door and the edge of the frame, and on the right between the fish and the edge of the frame. My only advice would be, in this particular case, is maybe to add entire door, so there's more yellow wall, which I see there is. So it's not so cropped so close to the door. So there is so the frame is complete. And yeah, it's a good picture.
Okay.
It works much better here. I agree with you here, but not there. There is perfect. I think the composition is perfect here.
No, but still
Yeah.
there is on the top
Come to
of
see,
the.
come to see.
on
The
top-
composition in the left is perfect. On the
Okay,
right,
that-
no, I agree with you.
Chris, you rigged this. Is this your friend or something?
Composition is perfect. No, no.
How about now?
Look at this. Look at this.
What am I looking at?
It's, the composition here is correct. That is not correct. You're right about the door. Here, you don't need to have more yellow in the door.
I'm just being.
Here you have all this, so this is included in the frame.
So, and we don't know which version we're looking at. So,
I don't
anyway,
need to see different monitors to know that I wish there was more yellow wall on top of the frame.
Yeah, that's like in the soccer games. You need the replay in a different screen. The VAR is called. All right, let's see the scores. Wow, 4 from Matt. Oh, 5 and whoa. This picture is from Moises Levy from Mexico. Yeah, so looks like he went up to the top. We'll see. It's not over yet. Let's see next one. All right, this one, Gulnara.
It's a really nice landscape photo. I'm kind of, it's really nice, but I'm kind of getting kind of tired of smoke coming out of something. You know, the
Heads and trees,
and
yeah.
now there's a tree. Kind of, it's actually, you don't see the smoke coming out of a tree that very often. But it is somewhat balanced. I would probably maybe crop it from the right so the tree is perfectly in the middle. The balance I think would help here.
Okay, Nico.
I think it's a little bit far. I mean, I'm not. The fog is what's that? The smoke. The smoke. It's not enough to make a. It's a little bit a game, you know, that the smoke coming out from the tree.
Yeah.
For me, it's not enough. That I'm not interested.
Okay.
It is a one focal point is the smoke. Outside of that, it would be a pretty bland picture. The smoke adds to it. Maybe it would have been better in color. I don't know. I won't know. And the cropping it a little bit from the right to center, it would have been a decent idea. I believe in cropping. I know some people hate to do it, but if it looks better cropped, you should always crop. If, in fact, you worry about the way it finally looks, but if you're too proud to crop, well, that can be a problem sometimes. It's like a one-trick pony, but it's a decent trick. I'd have preferred if there was something else in it.
Yeah, the one-line joke. Okay, let's see the scores. Wow, okay. 1, 2, and 3, yes. And this picture was from Bart Rosalski from Poland. So, Bart, yeah. All right, let's see the next one. All right, and we're gonna start, who's Nico? You wanna start?
It's a lot of form here. Trying to be very formalistic without any content. So the content it's missing, and I see many photos today that they are to show the content. Otherwise, it's just an empty box. You know, it's something like a nice present, but inside it's nothing. So in this case, I feel that it's interesting the way how he put together things, but after all, it doesn't give me nothing.
Okay, Matt?
You know, in street hello? Okay.
Yeah.
In street photography, it got very popular about 15 years ago with like truncated bodies, headless bodies, or missing an arm, things put together. And here you have the play with the laundry sort of extending as if it was his arm, and he's merging the laundry with the man, and it's a sort of a visual trick which might work a little bit, but then you want something more. And with street photography, a lot of people are very content with the visual puns, and that's a small pun that sort of works, but that's all it is. And I kind of agree with him. The famous Winogrand saying was, when form and content are fighting each other, that's when it's best. You know, you have an equal amount of form and content, and I couldn't really obviously disagree with that.
Okay.
I like this photograph. I think it's very clean and visually pleasing. I like the color blocks. To me, it's tilted, and I'm bothered by when the photo is tilted without the anchor. So the pole, it needs to be tilted, cropped and tilted, so it's all balanced. But I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So straighten and maybe crop a little bit from the right, and it needs some like a punch, a little bit more punch.
Okay. Let's see the scores. Three, 2, and 3. Okay. This picture is from Homer Arianja from Indonesia. Homer Arianja. All right, next one. And Gulnara.
It's a very interesting picture with the play of shadows and foregrounds and everything. I would advise to, when you're taking photographs, I'm really bothered by that his hand is cut off. Yeah, the photographer should have maybe stepped back a few steps and include the hand of the man. And also when you taking pictures of, like right here in the silhouette, again, show some space around the silhouette so the frame is completed, and my eyes just goes into that silhouette and out of the frame. And that the white spot on the right of the frame also bothers me. My eye goes directly to the left side of the frame.
Okay, Nico.
I don't know. I mean, the profile of the girl is very strange there. It looks like a very strange nose. I don't know what happened there. Sorry? What? Glasses. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I don't find the hand very attractive. I find it a little bit put there by purpose. It doesn't give me the feeling of a natural, and the stuff in behind, it's too noisy. Stuff behind the background, it's okay. I mean, the shadow and the man in the front, but the part in the left behind, it's not nice. I don't know. It's a little bit indifferent to me.
Okay.
I wonder what it would have looked like if we saw his face. It might have been better, maybe not. Maybe the hand is better than the face. Yeah, the left with all the white stuff on the desk, it is distracting. It looks better on that monitor than it does on this one, so. It's close, but I would have liked to maybe seen the other shots too. If he had taken a shot of it, or maybe the boy didn't want to be photographed, so maybe the hand is there for a purpose to prevent the photographer if he didn't know the person, which is a possibility too. So I don't know.
I'm convinced that the old Macs are better than the new one.
The other one is better now on this side? Before it was the other one. Okay. Yeah.
Just look at the content of the picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to change our laptops for next year. It's a budget cut, so. All right, 1, 2, and 2. 1, 2, and 2. Picture from Minal Sorte from India. Minal Sorte from India. All right. let's move on to the next one. And we're doing good on time. It's we went over 15 already, so we're probably gonna do a few more. Yeah, we have time. It's 2:20, so. All right, let's see. Nico, you want? Yeah.
It's nice to see so many happy people there, you know, and this is a nun, probably is a nun, but a little bit colorful nun, but I think it's okay, it's good. It's the contradiction between the lady with all these clothes and the naked people in the sea. It's a nice contradiction, and probably she is jealous to go in. Yeah, it's I'm not feeling excited about that, but it's a good balanced picture, I think.
Okay, Matt. Yes.
I agree. It would be better if by chance the person coming out of the left side of the nun's head wasn't there, but you don't, once again, we don't want to Photoshop things, because it would have been a cleaner picture. I do like the couple that is to the right, the happy couple. You know, it's all per chance when you're out there. It's a good photograph, and maybe all the other photos didn't have the couple with the arms out, and that's an important part of the picture, so I can't argue with it. You get what you get, and you know, at least the person's being honest and didn't use Photoshop. I hate when a photo's so perfect, you have to wonder if a person was playing tricks and, you know, manipulating the photo after he took it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also bothered by the woman coming out of the nun's head on the left side of the frame, and the way to correct that, again, guys, you know, bend your knees a little bit, because if you go a little bit lower, you will block that person with the nun's body. So, you know, you have to move your body a little bit to improve the composition. Otherwise, it does bother me. Otherwise, it's, yeah, I see, it's a good picture, yeah.
He or she might have done that, and the arms...
The microphone, Mike.
No, I'm just saying, the person might have actually taken other photos, but the couple to the right with their arms out might have no longer been out, and that's obviously a key element in the photo. So you have to decide what you want. Do you want the clean outline of the nun, or do you want the couple?
Yeah, but we're discussing this picture particular, so, and, you know, we're making suggestions. We don't see the other frame. Maybe that person did bend their knees, but we don't know.
Yeah. All right. So let's see the scores for 3, 2, and 2. And this is Marina Koryakin from Israel. Huh? You know her? No, we don't. She is from Israel, but we don't know the picture. Yeah. All right, next picture. I think we are at 16, and we probably can do 2 more, and then we'll need some time. How is the scoring coming along? Good? Okay. So far, yeah, okay. Maybe, all right, so who's going to start this one? Nico. You go Nara. That's what I meant.
Sure. I appreciate the photographer is playing with the silhouettes and reflections. I don't think the silhouette of the photographer, I assume it's a photographer. I don't really like the silhouette. I mean, the hands are kind of chopped. Again, you know, visually you have to see the continuity of the hand. And also, if you want to be clever playing with your silhouette, I like to see the person's face. So, you know, maybe you look away so you can clearly see that's not just the blurb, but a nice silhouette so you can see the face. The top left triangle bothers me, And also, I need to see more space on the top of the frame, so there is a more dark frame. Yeah.
Okay, so who's next? Matt?
I think it's a good selfie as far as selfies go. I mean, it's interesting. If I took that picture, I'd like it. I don't know if I'd love it. There's decent balance. I mean, yeah, the top left corner, I don't see why the guy wouldn't have just burned that down so that it wasn't a distraction. So that would have been very, very easy to do. You know, I can see enough of the guy's face that I don't know, I would be happy if I was trying to make a selfie. I would say that was a good selfie. Not necessarily a great one, but certainly decent. And I do like the three people running and the shadow up in the top of the photographer. Yeah, it's good.
I think the most interesting part are the three people down there. But because the size, the photographer gives the maximum of importance to the big guy over there. So for me, the big guy is not interesting. I found it not aesthetically not valid. But I like the three people, and I like the other one, the shadow there, and the whole building is not bad. But the big subject, I mean the main subject, I don't really like.
Okay, so let's see those scores then. We have 2, 2, and 3. And the picture is from Kegan Bastimar from Turkey. All right, we're gonna see one more, and then we're gonna count the votes. Bring the. Whoa. Okay. Name is yeah. All right, who's gonna start?
I think it's a very good picture, this one. And you start to read it from the girl. That is definitely the main subject. And you go to the right, slowly by slowly, and you go to that blue thing that is, I think it's a very beautiful image. And yeah, probably it's one of the best that I saw today.
Wow, okay, good, good. Matt?
Especially the left.
Yeah, it looks much better on this monitor than that monitor. I mean, it really does. It's just, no, I know. And I do like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you couldn't organize it much better. Yeah, it is one of the better photos today, but it looks so much better on this monitor.
Yeah, I really like this photograph. I see the story. You know, my eye goes to the woman on the left frame and then goes to the silhouette. The other silhouette against the blue is really nice. I appreciate that the silhouette is completely in the blue frame. It doesn't collide. And then there is a person against the bright door. So I see the story. I really like this photograph. It's a little bit tilted, just a tiny bit for my taste, but otherwise it's an excellent picture.
Okay. Did all of you go? You did already, right?
I said it looks a lot better on this monitor.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see the blue version much better.
All right, so the scores, let's see. Oh, 5, 4, and 4. Okay. Oh, so you want to give it a 5?
Well, yeah, only because compared to everything else, it probably was the best picture.
So 5, 4, and 5. Wow. The last one just, yes. Huh?
One more. Can you show the ones that has the photography, please?
Huh? We have to do one more? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can just end right here.
Go real quick.
No, let's.
No.
Who is this photographer?
He's here, so just let him have it. Huh? It's what? Yeah, on this one? So you give the comments on this one?
With that.
Yeah, okay. With that we end. Yeah, so let's. Yeah.
Who is the photographer of this?
Fias, right? All right, let's give the comments for Fias. He's here.
Are we going back to the previous image?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, this one.
One for, yeah, and then we leave it there, yeah. Because he's here, so he wants the pain and suffering.
A little more, just a little more of that.
You're there too? Huh? You want the pain and suffering? All right, yes, Gulnara, let's see.
Okay, I see what photographers is trying to do here. You know, there's a nice play of reflections, but I also see the photographers comfortably sitting on a couch or a chair. I actually wish it would again move his body or her body and include the person that who's sitting on the bed, on the bunk bed. I really, as I said earlier, I really bothers when the hands are cropped, and for me it's cropped too much. So I need to see more on the top right frame, and I need to see less on the left side of the frame. So it's not balanced for me.
Okay.
I was gonna say the same thing. A little more up and the left, like maybe crop out the reflection of the hat and just move it over 10%, a little bit tiny more up so we would see more of the person on the bunk bed. But I mean, the components are great, but I think just a little shift would have improved it a lot.
All right, Nicholas.
I think what is in television, it's not interesting at all. It's very confused. And objectively, the television, I mean, this part that is the reflection in television, it starts to be the main subject. So it's completely not valid for me. The left people, the two people in the left, they are okay, I think. I don't know if the photographer wants to show the two hats on the wall, but hats, how you call this? Hat?
Cap or hat.
Cap.
It might
Cap.
be interesting if the TV was on. Who knows what was on the TV? It might be an interesting thing with the right TV image, but you have to shoot this.
Yeah, but you like what is there in the...
To me, it's a lazy picture.
Oh, okay. All right.
And of course, the guy in the right is not nice.
All right, let's see the scores because we really have to end it. 2, 1, and 3. Yes. All right. Yeah. We have 3 more, but our judges have other commitments, so we have to end it right there. What's that? Just show them. Tom Mullins. This is Gonzalo Gomez and Ricardo Ramos Lopez. And that was it. All right, so I think we have, Sofia, that's the winner. So Rafael Llanos from Romania is the winner of the 2019 MSPF Photo Slam. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next. Make sure you stay. We have at 3 p.m. Anastasia Samoilova. Please come back, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. You welcome.